Peace and black supremacy. This is King Noble. I want to do this video addressing the Gangster Disciple attack on Rick Ross, the rapper Rick Ross. I heard recently that he had to cancel one of his concerts in Detroit because the gangsters had come up to his concert, over 100 of them, and was ready to attack him, and he feared for his life and canceled the concert. I want to say that the Gangster Disciple attack on Rick Ross is really unfair, and it really very cowardice. It's very cowardice. Because for one, here it is, I saw the Gangster Disciples attacking Rick Ross in Memphis. I saw a lot of videos on that, saying they didn't want him to come to Memphis or something of this nature. And really it's an extortion tactic to try to get money out of him, I guess. But they didn't want him to perform in Memphis. But I was shocked to see how the Gangster Disciples could organize. The so-called Black Growth and Development Squad could organize so effectively in order to try to stop Rick Ross from rapping in Memphis. And here it is, during the same time, if I'm correct, the Ku Klux Klan had a rally in Memphis. The Ku Klux Klan got together, and I didn't see the Gangster Disciples organize at all. They could not organize against their arch enemy that's responsible for the lynchings and the hanging of our people and racism. They could not organize against them in Memphis. They were silent, quiet. But they can organize against a rapper, a black rapper, black like themselves, that's just rapping about and talking about stuff that they're doing anyway, that they can organize against him effectively. But they can't organize against the Ku Klux Klan. It's black self-hate. It's cowardice. It's like being a bully. Now, they said the problem that they have with Rick Ross, that I'm hearing, if I'm correct, is that he's not a real gangster. But I'm here to tell you, there's no real gangsters. There's no real black gangsters in the United States of America. There's no such thing as a black gangster in America. That's a fact. So you can give that up. Not only is Rick Ross not a real gangster, if this is the case, according to whatever your standards are, there's no black gangsters in America. Not one. Gangsters run their blocks, run their neighborhoods, run their community. Gangsters run shit. The black man's not running anything. You have the Arabs, the Koreans, the Chinaman, the pigs, the white supremacy police department, infrastructure system, the prison industrial complex. These are your gangsters. The alphabet boys, the CIA, FBI, all of them, these are your gangsters. We don't run our own communities. We just try to run each other, crabs in the bucket, nigger pull down nigger mentality. We just try to run each other. We don't run our communities and our neighborhoods. So we're not any gangsters. We're being gangbanged. We're being extorted by the IRS. We're being extorted by America. And real gangbangers are not going to let themselves get extorted. So we let the white man gangbang and extort us, and then we man up and get tough when it comes to each other. There are no black gangsters in America whatsoever. Because if there were, they would stand up against the 400-year enemy, the 400-year bully, the 400-year gangster, the white man. They would stand up against him. And here it is. I'm not too much big on pushing literary works, because I don't support white supremacy publishing companies and all that, but it's some books that I suggest you all to read. Niggers to Gods by Akil One, and Niggers to Gods Buy or Kill Book 2. Very good book that you all need to read. Old school book. Niggas to Gods. Read that part 1 and part 2. Interesting book. I read it. Powerful book. There are no gangsters. No black gangsters in America. So you don't have to worry about Rick Ross being fake. Every so-called gangster of every set, repping every set in the United States of America, every single one of them is a fake gangster. They're just cowards and bullies among themselves. Because they won't stand up against the real enemy. And they're being bullied and controlled and ruled by the enemy, and even ruled by some weak motherfuckers in their own community. Minorities, Arabs, and in their own community. So the Rick Ross thing is self-hate. So I think it's cowardice and bully. It's very cowardice and unfair for them to be going at Rick Ross. I don't endorse and support or advocate a lot of what Rick Ross says in his raps. I think it is propagation of bullshit that needs to end in our community. And I think whenever we get on a microphone, we should utilize that microphone to uplift the consciousness and masses of our people, not to continuously give energy to the negativity and promote it. So I don't advocate and support what Rick Ross is rapping about. But that does not justify these attacks that are coming from cowards against him. It does not justify that. And I guess since I'm going, I just want to speak about the real Rick Ross, fake Rick Ross thing that bothers me. The real Rick Ross and the fake Rick Ross. I mean, this has been on my mind for years. I haven't done a video, so I guess since I'm talking about Rick Ross, I might as well go ahead and speak to that. I mean, I'm bothered by the real Rick Ross gets out of jail of selling drugs to our people on a massive level. And I'm not condemning him or judging him because I understand the condition of black people as a whole. But he sells cocaine or whatever and distributes on a massive level. Then he gets out of jail and he attacks Rick Ross for having his name. Well, my challenge to the real Rick Ross is that, you need to bury that name and that identity. You should not be fighting over that name or that identity. You shouldn't be proud about that name. You shouldn't care who uses that name. You should let that go and move forward. I would not even be proud to come out and say that I was the real Rick Ross, that I was the real murderer or killer of our people within our community with this drug game, that I supported white supremacy. Even though you so-called did the bid or you did the time for it, that's not going to remove the life or the damage that was done by you working for the institutions of white supremacy for capitalistic gain. Some of us will never get over that. While we understand the condition and the situation that we in as a people, so we don't condemn the real Rick Ross, but we still haven't got over it, and it's unjustifiable. It's unjustifiable. So you need to go somewhere and really stay real low, because there's no way you can actually distribute drugs that are killing black people and millions of dollars worth of it, and then you think you can come out and judge a goddamn rapper for shit that he's saying in a fucking rap, and you didn't kill people's mama, you didn't distribute narcotics that have killed off people's families, that have destroyed the black community, and you think that we're going to side with you over you having a problem with somebody using your fucking name? How fucking arrogant can you be? It's very arrogant. You need to go somewhere and be real fucking quiet, man. Because nothing Rick Ross is saying in his rap is paramount to the infestation of drugs and the destruction of black people that you supported through your distribution of drugs for your own personalist capitalistic gain. And no, you going at Rick Ross is not somehow redemptive or doing the right thing. It's just tomfoolery. Unmitigated self-righteousness. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. We even forgot about what you did. We ain't forgot about that. Just because the white man let you off don't mean that we're happy that you have killed, you have participated in the destruction of our people willingly for your own fucking gain. And just because the white man supports you or lets you go or act as though you've been redeemed or through the correctional facility doesn't mean we've gotten over it. We haven't. And while we can possibly forgive you because we understand the condition that we're going through as a people, we cannot support you playing any type of self-righteous position against the rapper Rick Ross. That's my position on it. That's my opinion on it. So gangster disciples and gangbangers on Rick Ross, fall the fuck back. Fall the fuck back. Fall the fuck back. It's ridiculous. Quit being a coward and bully and be a real gangster when it comes to the institution of white supremacy, and stop bullying and extorting your own when the white man controls all the resources and every fucking thing, but you scared to step to him to get what's yours. You scared to step to the man to get what belongs to you, but you gonna bully up on some other black man because you think you tough. I want to see 100 niggas organized against fucking police brutality. I want to see 100 people organized against gentrification, foreclosure. I want to see 100 niggas march against that. Against their own people that's locked up, that they know are innocent. Their own soldiers locked up for life behind enemy lines. Treated unfairly. Tortured. Kept in the most unhumane conditions. I want to see 100 fucking gangster disciples of any gang group come together and march and shut that shit down. You a clown coming up against Rick Ross. And that's my position. Rick Ross, change your message. Start speaking for the liberation of black people. Elevate your message, because a negative message is going to attract a negative crowd. Elevate the consciousness and content of your raps. Use that microphone as a platform in order to liberate your people versus bring them down, versus placate the type of gangsterism that's coming to seek you. You've spoken. You have played the tune. You have played the harmony to attract this type of gangsterism to yourself. Change your tone up, change your harmony, change the frequency and the vibration of your music to attract something else to you. That's my message to the rapper Rick Ross. Change your message, man, because you're attracting this to you. To the so-called real Rick Ross, ain't nothing real about the shit you did, man, or the shit that you're doing, man. This is King Noble Black Supremacy. Join my website, www.kingnobleBlackRulership.com. Help support the Black Supremacy movement at www.donatetoKingNoble.com. Black Supremacy.